yo, what's up? This is the Serial Wax Killer Mix Master Mike, DJ Assassin for the Beastie Boys, Invisible, Scratch Pickles, and I came to make it funky. I mean, we just wanted to assemble probably all the kind of the greatest DJs in our neighborhood, pretty much, and form like an all-star team. You know, and we always had aspirations of making the first ever DJ band, like an actual orchestra. And we were like, okay, so we handpicked certain members. It started out with just me and Q. It actually started out with me and Apollo, me and DJ Apollo. Much love to DJ Apollo. We started out, we formed the first ever two-man DJ orchestra. And then when me and Qbert were done with our beats and our battling, and we formed a group. Apollo was the one that was like, okay, you and Q you guys don't need to battle each other anymore. We just form a group, form like Voltron, and boom, and that's the history. Yeah. Clams of Death is a record I'm most proud of. And that's me, Qbert, and Shortcut. Q, you know what? I don't think I would be as good as I am if I didn't have Q in my life. Because Q, I mean, he's like the other side of me, you know what I mean? So when I think of battling myself, I think of battling Qbert. Like, it's like we grew up battling each other. And so that made us better, you know. And you know, I knew Q when he wasn't a DJ, and I remember him coming to my house and me showing him the first scratches, and then from there it just kind of, he turned into this monster, which was a blessing, you know, because it was somebody I could relate to, you know. So as far as styles,
rivalry turned into...
no, it was like, yeah, friendship, then rivalry, then back to friendship, and then crew. It's a voyage, you know, you take through life, and you need people that understand. And I felt like me and Q saw the world the same. We heard the same shit. Like, even when there was no music, I'd be like, Q, you hear that? And he's like, yep, basically. I mean, so definitely being able to, you know, form that union was a blessing. We have a lot of history together, so it's the love is, you know, it's eternal. It's eternal love. Yeah. It was a little weird situation from 91 to 95. So there was years and years of winning repeatedly. And then we go to the 95 DMC finals, and Tony Prince asked us to just be judges. And basically, you know, don't do your routine and just do a farewell performance. And that's what transpired. It was just like, okay, really? So we were ready to defend our title again. And I guess, you know, they just wanted to kind of share the glory. But that was fine, though, because it kind of like branched us out into, you know, from battle DJ to like now musicians. Now we can branch off and kind of like do our battle sets on records and be actual artists. You know what I mean? So that was the inspirational leap there. They're like, okay, now we can start making records now, okay? Because year after year, you win and whatever. It's just, it's like, after a while, you figure you're gonna, you know, you'll be, you know, taken care of. You'll be good. You'll have a crib to sleep in and nice whip, whatever. But that's not really the case. You know what I mean? You still got to go out there. Although you're considered the best in the world, it's just like, okay, you're the best in the world, but then are you living like the best in the world? You know what I mean? Are you living like you're the best in the world? And you're like, oh, no, not really. Like, wait, I'm still in the condo or apartment? wait, no. After years and years of doing it, you want to be like, you want to see results. But yeah, that whole situation is like, I mean, to battle and just to win, period, is just like, whoa, insane. What an insane blessing. You know what I mean? To be able to have something and to take all your aggression out. All my personal shit that I've been through, I use that as an outlet. It's like, people ask me, like, how did you win all that shit? Like, I do fucking aggression. That's what it was. It was pure fucking aggression. Like, it was a lot of shit, personal shit that I've been through, and it's just me releasing it and taking it out on the person I was battling. For me, I'm like, I always think of myself as, I'm just an instrument. You know what I mean? I'm here to spread joy with sound. Beastie Boys allowed me that outlet. You know what I mean? It was like I started, as a battle DJ, and that's developed a cult following and whatnot. When I hooked up with the boys, they gave me like the ultimate platform. So them giving me that platform allowed me to. It was like a springboard to be able to do what I'm doing and kind of introduce the world to my music. I mean, turntable music, like that. It allowed me to, like, prove to people that the turntable is a musical instrument. And so, I mean, that was a blessing. So, I mean, being with the B-Boys came with a lot of blessings. We're living in an age of technology. I mean, it's just like, you just think about the leap from the early 90s until now, how much we've experienced and how much we've expanded. Now we could talk to each other on our watches. We're definitely on some like go-go gadget, like jets and shit now. All we need is like the flying cars and whatever. But it's just like, I mean, to be able to have all your records though, every fucking record you own on your laptop is kind of pimped. It's kind of pimpy. It's kind of cool.
Back, thanks you.
It's fucking awesome. Yeah. I mean, after years after carrying record crates and checking them, on the plane and wondering if they're going to spit back out, it's like, yeah, not fun. But yeah. But I mean, I guess that there's, I love it. Then I hate it at the same time, because technology is segregating people, keeping people segregated, and that's their motive, is to keep us all segregated. Because they say the power of numbers. Power in numbers. We all get together like the way we do. We could form something. They want to keep us from forming shit. I don't want to get all deep, but technology has definitely got us, hooked on these devices and whatever. But that's what it is. The day and age we're living in. You heard? When I was, it's a funny story, I was 6 or 7 years old, and on TV I saw Miles Davis, and I was trying to put it together, like what he was doing, and I was just like, wow, he has this instrument, and he's communicating, like this is, wow, I thought, like, wow, this is another way to communicate. He's like talking to the audience, you know what I mean, but with his instrument. So I'm like, and then I saw Grand Mixer DST with Herbie Hancock. And I was like, there's my instrument. I was, at first I was like, the horn. Wow, the horn is interesting. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. Maybe, and then when I saw Ground Mixer DST, I was like, yeah. Immediately, it was the turntable and it was records, and it was just like, so it's kind of like those artists. When you talk about like Miles Davis, Thelonious Monk, Robert Johnson, basically, I'm an offspring of those guys. Basically, when you talk about like Miles Davis and you talk about Thelonious Monk and John Bonham and Neil Peart. I mean, it's basically me mimicking them. I'm kind of like the offspring of those guys. I'm trying to play with the same amount of intensity and the same amount of passion. So, as they did. But except I'm using the record. I would say the thing that stands out the most, I mean, is being invited to the White House. And being able to hang out with Obama and kind of chop it up with him. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's insane. I mean, I'm this kid, that was just, cutting school and doing crazy gangster shit. And now I'm in the White House. Shit, look at this. It's crazy. I couldn't understand it, but now it's starting to gel, starting to set in. You know what I mean? I've been doing it for years, so I guess 25 plus years in the game, at least something's bound to happen, right? So I accepted it, and I'm blessed, and it's just, wow, incredible. Audiobooks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Audiobooks and white noise.
Nice. Any
I'm serious.
Any authors in particular?
A lot of self-improvement stuff. Sun Tzu, Art of War, audiobook. Over and over and over and over.
Well, yeah. How many centuries later, and that book is still valid?
I'm telling you, it's timeless. And now, if I could take that energy and like take that and then make an album that's kind of like that suits that, then maybe I'll be satisfied one day.
That would be. I
mean, something that it's like a relic. You know what I mean? It's like something you find and it's just like timeless. I mean, that's the ultimate goal here, is like finding something that you connect with, something that you could turn to when you're feeling a certain way. You could turn to, like I turn to that book when I'm feeling like, okay, I got to be ready. I got to be ready from all angles, all spectrums. So I pick up the book and I read it and I flip through a couple quotes and then it helps me. So I like to make music that touches you emotionally in that sense, get people ready. I mean, people that say that music is dead, it's just like, wow, maybe they need a psychiatrist. You know what I mean? Maybe they need to check themselves. Because, yeah, that's far from the truth. Yeah. Who said that, by the way? I'm just saying, like, music, there's aspects of genres that are kind of like dying off. But then there's new shit. You're gonna pick up my new album, Plasma Rifle, and it's something that's it's mentally challenging. You know what I mean? It's audio that's gonna challenge you mentally and touch some emotions. That's what it is. There's a lot of music. When they say music is dead, it's just like that music is not touching you emotionally. It's just there today, and then it's gone the next day. You know what I mean? Like who I don't want to name any names, because then if I name some names, and that's gonna be forever on tape, and then.
No, you don't need to name names. It's just people who know. People who don't. It's for those who know.
There you go. I don't want Pitbull coming after me. Pitbull or who else?
Oh yeah.
I mean, basically, it was the album cover. It says it all itself. It's like it's a rifle mechanism built of all of the equipment that I use, like from Reason to the ASR-10 to the turntable to the cartridges to the sample pads to the compressors. So I use main components from those instrument weapons and made it all into one rifle. So I don't know. We could see it online. Someone posted it online. I don't know how they got it, but pretty much sums it all up. You know what I mean? Music is the weapon, and you just want it. guess you don't want to disintegrate people. You just want to shoot happiness into them. Well, all my heroes are in heaven. You know what I mean? Like Robbie Johnson, like Hendrix, and whatever. But if I could do like an instrumental rap album with Stephen Hawking, it would be interesting. I know it would never happen.
Never say never.
But I just don't think Stephen will be into it. But I was really serious though. I mean, like anything like that that's gonna, you know, anybody can collab with anybody, right? Future working on a plasma rifle, and then I'm working on the update for my new my app. I have an iPhone app, and if you could see, it's called MMM Wheels of Steel. There you go. 2 turntables and a mixer in your pocket. Think of an iPod on steroids. So it's actually an iPod, but it's an app, a DJ app. You can DJ with it. So, and cue points and everything. So I'll display this. And then here's another turntable. Check it out. So when you get abducted, you can take this app with you, and they'll free you from your abduction. Mixmaster Mike, Wheels of Steel. You can communicate with higher intelligence. Really. So, I mean, you know, apps, headphones. I mean, who knows? Like, I mean, I'm doing the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame next month again, so yeah. Life is interesting. I don't know, you know, I've been 15 years sober. That's amazing.
That is impressive.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the one thing I'm most proud of. And I'm going to tell that to the kids, like, if they want to get into this business, you know, stay nice and clean as much as you can, and focus on another hustle too while you're at it. It's not just one thing, it's many things, you know what I mean? Many outlets. It's a tree with many outlets. You know, there's there's room for growth in every direction, in every branch. So it's like, you know, if I were to give advice, that's what it is. You know what I mean?
Diversification. Do you have an opinion about push button DJs?
Basically, I really think they should be all pushed up to a corner, right? And whipped viciously. Just whipped until they submit and until they apologize.
Kind of like
basically
in the Babylonian times?
You got to make them apologize for it, because they're using that and they're misguiding the youth. You don't want to misguide the youth. The youth is our future. It's like you don't want to be doing that, going, hey, you know, jumping up and down, you know, spreading the Jesus hands and jumping in the audience. But anyways, yeah, don't misguide the youth. Be nice. Know who Grand Wizard Theodore is. Study your lessons. And I'm kidding, they shouldn't be whipped. I'm not into violence. Yeah. Three top turntablists in the world. Okay. I would say Wolfman Jack. And then I would say DJ Zorlaffenfoo. And DJ... there's one other DJ. He's from, where's he from? I don't know, but there's this one DJ, like he dresses in a SEAL suit and whatever, like in glitter, and he just wears this glittered wig, and he jumps out of something, and I'm just trying to think his name. DJ Tar Baby.